What's up? I'm Ronnie Renner, and you're watching the Poicast.
This is Jack Sigismondi, and you're watching the Poicast.
Hey guys, it's Marissa Polachek, and you're watching the Poicast.
Hey guys, this is Justin with Superior Off-Road, and you're watching the Poicast.
Hey, this is Dan with 74 MX, and you're watching the Poicast.
J&J One Stop Gun Shop, and you're watching the Poicast.
Hey, this is Vanilla Ice. You're watching the Poicast.
Hi, this is Andrew with FMG, and you're watching the Poicast.
What's up? I'm Tom Messi. You're watching the Poicast.
I'm Jeremy Sherwood. I'm Jacob Solomon.
The Whiskey Throttle Racing Team, and you're watching the Poicast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Floridacross Show presented by Poicast. The Floridacross Show is motocross news and information focused on the state of Florida. My name is Poi Dog. I'll be your host this evening, and manning the chat tonight is Ben from NDA Action Sports.
That's right.
That's right. Today is Wednesday, February 17th, 2021. You're watching Season 1, Episode 2, brought to you by 74 MX, located at 44800 Vermont Road in Punta Gorda, Florida. You can reach them at 941-875-8944. Superior Off-Road Rentals and Service. They do trackside service and rentals out at 74 MX. For more information, please call Justice at 239-671-8633. Also, J&J One Stop Gun Shop, located at 2324 Tamiami Trail in Port Charlotte, Florida. You can reach them at 941-979-5008. Or you can reach them all and follow them all on Facebook and Instagram. There you go. You like that? I like that. It's nice. It's nice. Tonight we got a handful of throwbacks. We got some stuff from the FMG Ride Day out at Spider MX. Some racing out of Dade City, some area qualifiers. Get some of them qualifiers out there. I think it was like 2018 for the qualifiers. Just some fun throwbacks until we can get back on the scene and doing some more filming and stuff. But yeah, no, definitely looking forward to that. We also have the drawing at the end of the night for the 74 MX raffle at the end of the show, of course. And a special guest tonight will be Kurt Lucas from FTR Magazine, Moto Hub, Whiskey Throttle Radio. Man, he's got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be a great session for sure. We're going to go ahead and kick it off tonight with what's happening this weekend, brought to you by 74 MX. There you go. What's happening this week? Him behind the videos. You guys have no idea. It's a pain in the ass. Happening this weekend, brought to you by 74 MX for Saturday, February 20th and Sunday, February 21st is the 2021 Supercross Round 8 will be Saturday, February 20th at Orlando Camping World Stadium. We're missing both of them. It makes me sad. But everybody that's been out there, Kurt was just in the chat, just letting everybody know, like, it's a little weird. Yeah. But still, it's a good time. Supercross, man. Supercross. Yeah. Who else we got in the chat here tonight? We got Andrew. What's up, man? We got a little throwback for FMG out at Spider MX. That should be fun for you to watch there. David Hansen in the house. Kurt Lucas in the chat, guys. If you got questions for him, definitely have it ready by the time we pull him onto the show. So But anyway, yeah, what else is happening this weekend? The Florida Winter Ams. Final round will be February 20th through the 21st. This will be at the Gatorback track, Cycle Park. It's good stuff. Good stuff. And also, hey, man, those that are interested in some free racing. I don't know if you're interested in some free racing. The Tampa MX Top Gun Dealer Cup will be kicking off round 1 February 21st. We also got some pit bike action for the 2021 Florida Pit Bike Nationals. They'll be in Sanford, Florida. Once again, you got to be part of that group. Get the secret address to get some pit bike action. Yes, that'll be February 20th. Sunshine State Vintage MX will be February 21st. This is at Waldo MX, and this is also the combination of the MX Des States. So it's like some team racing and some good stuff going on there. Definitely check them out on Facebook and get more information on that for sure. There's a quick rundown. We got round 8 for the Supercross, Saturday, February 20th. Winter Ams, final round, February 20th through the 21st out of Gatorback. The Tampa MX Top Gun Dealer Cup, round 1. They're kicking off their series, man. It's going to be a good time. February 21st and the 2021 Florida Pit Bike Nationals, February 20th. And, of course, the Sunshine State Vintage MX in combination with MX Des States will be out Waldo MX, February 21st. So definitely check it out. In case you were wondering, we got some weather coming up.
Yep.
Ben's strong-arming the show and saying, give me weather or give me death. So we'll be right back with some weather.
All right, for the weather this weekend, I can't look over at you because you're not there. I keep forgetting that. Anyways, Tampa for Saturday is going to be 66 degrees. It's going to be sunny. And then Sunday is going to be 74 degrees. It's going to be mostly sunny. And then Orlando, Saturday is going to be 65 degrees sunny. And Sunday is going to be 71 degrees, partly cloudy. Then Sanford is going to be, Saturday is going to be 64 degrees, partly cloudy. And Sunday is going to be 70 degrees, partly cloudy. Then Alachua, right? Alachua. I think Alachua is fun to say. But Alachua, Saturday is going to be 61 degrees sunny. And Sunday is going to be 68 degrees, mostly sunny.
All right.
And that's all.
All right.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Seems like no rain, so that would be nice.
Yeah. Is that everything? That's everybody?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, weather for the weekend, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll be right back with our special guest, Kurt Lucas, in just a few minutes.
guys, Jack Sigismundi here, trainer over at Spider MX. Right now we got our rider Nico Corey, number 22, out here at Dade City Motocross. Nico, how's your day going so far?
It's going pretty good.
All right, what classes are you racing this weekend? We got Saturday and we got Sunday, so what's up?
I'm racing the 250C and the 250 Limited.
All right, what do you think of the track out here at Dade City? It's a lot different than the track you're used to riding over at Spider. We got a hard pack material out here. At Dade, we got sand, we got some clay up front, so what do you think about it?
It's definitely different from what I'm used to riding, but it's pretty fun, honestly, how rough it gets.
Aside from qualifying, what's the key to the track today? Is it the start? Is it the corners? What is it? What do we got?
The start, of course. I want to get out in front and then try and leave people.
Look at this. We got another Spider rider right here, Seth Brown. Seth, come in here with the gang. Seth, tell us about your weekend. How's it going? What classes are you riding?
We're just out here at Dade City, just riding, and I'm riding 250, Schoolboy too, just out here riding, having a good time.
Jalik, let us know you're not riding today. What's going on?
I'm just checking out the track, looks pretty sick, just seeing a water truck slam a pole out there. Shout out Red Dog. But yeah.
All right, so hey, we got Brandon.
Yeah.
377. Brandon's on the injured list right now, but
Yeah.
Tell us how the injury's going.
It's going good. Just got released yesterday. Yeah, it's come back, starting. Yeah, I'll come back.
All right, so tell us about your weekend. You're not riding today. Are you racing tomorrow, and what classes?
Yes, sir. I'm racing 250C and 450C tomorrow.
All right, he's going to be one to watch. He's definitely going to go out there and kill it. He's on the Spider team, so we expect big things.
I definitely like to thank Spider MX for just coming through and picking me up. Good graphics, good track to train at. I would like to thank Seven for the nice gear. Anybody who's helping me out, I'd like to thank you. I know might not be able to remember it all, but I'll figure you guys out soon.
That's it, and that's a wrap here for the Spider guys at Dade City.
'Cause I'm awesome. There we go. Okay, we got our mics back up and running.
Right.
Sorry about that, guys. I got to do this intro all over again. I guess I got to make sure he can get his vocals in here. So let me check this real quick because for some reason this panel was not set up correctly, and I'm gonna blame that on you. You know, I'm just gonna blame it on you and leave it that way, and that's how it's gonna be. Let's see if that works. Can I get a mic check real quick there, Kurt?
We're good?
Oh, yeah, we're good now. All right, so we're going to start this all over again, guys. Get excited, get pumped. Let me, okay. Our special guest tonight has had his throttle hand in all sorts of projects from the FTR magazine, the well-known Moto Hub app, the Whiskey Throttle radio podcast, and not only that, not only is he doing all this stuff, he's going to be throwing his leg over a KX 500 Beast two-stroke for the Daytona Vintage Race. Please welcome to the show tonight, Kurt Lucas.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me on.
I'm gonna check. You got vocal. You got okay. He's good. All right. Oh, sorry about that. You know, I just set up this panel up tonight, and I forgot to add the audio to it because that's how awesome I am when I try to do too many things at once. But I'm glad you're on the show with us tonight, man. Just to kind of let everybody know what's going on with you. Let's crack it from the beginning. I mean, where did it all start for motocross for you?
Man, first memory ever is on a dirt bike, throttle stuck on my KTM 50 at Bithlow. So from the very beginning, I've always had a dirt bike. My dad grew up racing, riding dirt bikes, so it was instilled into my brain probably from birth. So yeah, I'm from Miami, so I grew up, Pepsi, Airdania, going to Seminole Tribe MX, just weekend warring it every weekend, racing Ford Chargers hare scrambles, and yeah, it's just progressed into this, and I've stuck with it for 27 years now.
27 years in motocross. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Now,
a long time.
What show? I know I've been on one of your podcasts before. Which one was that? That was Florida something.
Yeah. So I guess to explain that, in college I made a website for a class. It was floridadirtbike.com or .net. So I was just trying to carry that into a podcast, highlight kind of like what you do, man, just highlight the Florida motocross community.
Right.
And then I also had the Whiskey Throttle one going at the same time. And it was just, flipping back and forth with both. I was like, let me just combine them and focus on the Whiskey Throttle, and I'll try to get as much Florida stuff in there as possible.
Sweet. No, I definitely appreciate the efforts there. I know I kind of listened back to it a little while ago. It's funny, it's going through my archives and stuff, and I caught it, and you've been in and out of FTR and actual motocross racing. We were talking about doing the Tampa stuff. It was their second, I think it was their second season, the Tampa running their series, the free racing stuff. We were talking about that. So anything from motocross happened from that, or did you just kind of fall right back into FTR?
Yeah, I like riding motocross a lot, but with FTR, it's a whole weekend. The racing is just on the side for me for that. It's hanging out, camping all weekend with all my buddies. Like I said, I've been doing it my whole life, so I know most of the people in there, and it's just that. I've raced a couple like Tampa and Bartow and stuff like that.
Oh, nice,
but
nice.
Just I feel more comfortable in the trees.
Right. Now you say that. I'm not comfortable with trees, but I'm just saying we'll talk about it a little bit later. But I know you're going to race a 500.
Oh yeah.
The KX 500 two-stroke in the vintage racing. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But that's pretty impressive. You're going to take it straight to the Supercross track.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah. It's up in the air how I'll do, but I'm excited for it.
No, definitely, it's very cool. Now you say the tree thing. That's where you're most comfortable, and you're a big part of the FTR as far as their magazine goes.
Yeah. So I went to college for journalism for a little bit before I switched to public relations. So very similar, and I've always liked the whole kind of the idea of editing a whole magazine. We've had some really great editors because FTR magazine has been going on for as long as I can remember.
Right.
We've had some great editors. Lucky for me, this year I was lucky enough to be hired for the role as the managing editor of that. So
nice.
I'm about 7 or 8 issues in, man. I'm really enjoying it. It's really cool.
No, that's awesome. I mean, what are the details you can give? I mean, like, what do you get into? Do you do like layout management, or do you just kind of leave that to them and just give them the content? How does that all work?
I'm in charge of everything. So layout, finding what content we're going to use, finding the pictures, sending it off to the printer, giving it, and luckily we have some other people like our business manager and our treasurer and stuff who help out with like the membership list and stuff like that.
Nice.
Where we can get it to the printer to send out. But yeah, man, I'm in charge. I got a blank slate in front of me at the beginning of each month, and I just fill in the blanks.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Now, how many pages do you do you have to produce every month?
So we do 32 pages.
32 pages.
Month.
Oh, that's pretty thick, dude. For every month.
Yeah,
that's
you know,
stuff.
when I first started, I was like, oh, 32 pages. That's we'll get that handle. And then I lied to myself, man. Like, man, I got like 4 more pages I need to fill. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So
exactly,
it adds up. That's for sure.
Oh no, most definitely. We had the NDA magazine going on for a while, and at first it was pretty easy. Like I said, you jump in, you're so excited with all this extra content and stuff. But then once you start butting from race to race, you're like, okay. Yeah, it's getting a little hard now, and then you got to dig in and really figure out something, because you don't want to just throw stuff up. I started just throwing big pictures to cover the page. It was terrible. I got really lazy toward the end, but but no, that's pretty cool, man. So you're in control of that. How many issues in now?
I think I started in July, maybe it was August. So I'm no mathematician, but I think that was 7 or 8 months ago. So cool. I would think 7 or 8 issues.
And so your issues are like butted up to the month though, so you don't have any time to mess around. You got to get it out that month, kind of thing.
Yes. So we do print from I think September to May, which is what our race season is, where our races are. And then during the off season, I still do the issues, but we do just online.
Okay.
So it's every month, and it's weird. I'll finish one out, send it to the printer, and I'll have like a sigh of relief. I'm like, oh man, I gotta start on this next one now too. I'm running out of time. So
exactly, yeah, no, that's crazy. That's good stuff for sure. And not only that, I mean, you got so many things going on. Talk to me a little bit about the Moto Hub. What's that all about?
Yeah, so I worked for a company called Risk Racing in North Carolina, and that's when I first came in contact with the original owner of the Moto Hub.
Okay.
And when I left that company, I was moving down to Florida. Kind of didn't know what I was going to do for work and stuff like that. So I had some things lined up, but I needed some other things to fill the void. So the guy was looking for someone else to take over, and I took over with that about about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So, and basically what it is, it's an app on your phone. It's pretty much Facebook, but strictly moto.
Nice.
We all know about the nonsense with Facebook and some of the stuff that you just kind of like roll your eyes at on there. So it's strictly moto. We have 2 fantasy leagues running now, a GNCC one and a Supercross one.
Nice.
And a bunch of other cool stuff on there as well.
Oh, definitely got to check it out. Now, you said you had run into some technical issues. I'm probably going to sign up right after the show. So what do I have to look forward to here that you guys have to work out?
Well, I'd probably wait a couple of days because we're having some issues as far as new members trying to sign up with the email, like the confirmation email that gets sent out. Right. We're having an issue with like a mass email problem, and it's shutting down our server.
Oh man!
So I'm working on it now, but it's a little rough. So I might want to wait about a week for that.
About a week? All right.
Yeah,
well, definitely. You know what?
Hopefully a week.
Reach out to me, and I will plug the hell of it on the page and my personal page too. So
that'd be awesome.
Definitely, and then that way I'll know for sure I can go in and sign up, because I think I missed the boat the last time. So, and now
I got you.
And now I have to wait. See how that is?
Yeah,
when
that's
you wait
how it
too
works,
long?
man. No, it's been a little stressful on me. I'm not very techie. So
right.
It might be an easy fix. I just can't figure it out. But we're working towards it. It's a really cool idea, and I think it's going to take off once we get it all sorted out.
Oh, I'll definitely have to check it out now. I mean, when you put it simple as it's kind of like Facebook, but strictly for motocross. I mean, that sounds like something I want to get into for sure.
Definitely.
Okay. Now you got that going on. You got the FTR magazine, and on top of that, you have the Whiskey Throttle radio. What's going on with that? I mean, I know you had taken a little hiatus off of it for a little bit, but now you're back. So what's happening?
Yep, we're back. We just released an episode today. Had a GNCC guy on there, Hunter Newer. He's a Florida boy, so something we can all get behind. But yeah, I started that probably 2.5 years ago. Like I said, I've always been I did the journalism for school. I've always been into talking to people, interviewing people. I've always wanted to work in the industry, so I decided to start a podcast. I mainly interview privateers, GNC guys. They seem to have like the best stories and stuff like that. So yeah, I was doing it strong for 2 years probably, and then I don't want to say I got bored with it, but it got a little monotonous. So I have a whole new setup now. I got a couple more microphones and mixer and all that. So I'm doing in-studio guests, and I'm planning on doing it once a week from here on out. So hopefully get some good guests going now.
Now, we had talked a little bit out at 74. You came out there to ride, and that's how I saw you grace the track with that crazy ass KX 500. I mean, the damn thing, you just barely cracking the throttle and you're over and everything. But you were talking about going mobile as well. You were, how's that going to work out for you as far as getting your interviews and stuff?
Yeah. So I got that sweet transit van now. So I can travel the country and sleep in it and live the real privateer life, even though I'm not even riding. Like, I still live the life.
Right.
I've done it once in the past at the Florida National with some privateers, but yeah, we all know, man, Florida's a hotbed for motocross. So, you know, I'm going to have all my stuff in the van, have a little table set up and all that. So, you know, you never know who you're going to see at the track or who you're going to run into. So quick and easy to do a podcast right then and there.
That's awesome, dude. Just the concept of it all, like you said, just being part of everything, and you're you know, you're on site, you're meeting somebody like, hey man, you know, why don't you step into my van? I got some candy for you. And
exactly. I'll tell you what too, though, the interviews, I don't know if it's just me thing or a rider thing, but they're way better when you're in person. Sitting right in front of each other.
Absolutely. You know? The vibe is a little bit better. You know, you can really kind of bounce off ideas. You're not cutting each other off. And
exactly.
This is great though. It's been working fine. So I'm not going to say, other than the fact that I didn't have audio in the beginning. Working pretty good.
You were talking when we were right before we went live, saying how smooth this was all going. So of course something was going to happen.
Yeah, I had to curse it. That's how it goes. All right, so with the FTR magazine, the Moto Hub, Whiskey Throttle Radio, you're also doing, you know, is it all the races at the FTR? Are you doing all of them with the ones that are up and running?
Yeah, I'm doing them all. So we have, I think right now we have 14 hair scrambles scheduled and about 5 or 6 enduros. Haven't been able to make all the enduros this year. I had a couple injuries at the beginning of the year, but yeah, I'm full force, man. I love it so much. So we're doing all the races. Unfortunately, the one this weekend got canceled, but we have, I think, 6 or 7 left. We're about midway through the schedule.
Nice.
And I'll tell you what, man, it's been awesome this year. We've had so many new members show up. I know it was last year this time things got really bad, and we weren't really allowed to do much. So I think people were itching to come ride. I think every single race this year has had record attendance for that event. So it's been awesome, and it's been good vibes, man, all throughout the cow pastures.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm hearing, man. I'm hearing like the turnout is large. You guys have a great turnout at all your events.
We get some moto guys out there. It's, you know,
well, I know Andrew, he's in the chat. He was out there riding. I know Cullinane hits it up too.
Yeah.
There's some of the fast kids that come out to 74, like the younger guys. They're out there doing it as well. So it's like it's kind of cool, like be able to do both races. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like you're just enjoying the ride.
Exactly.
So. Okay, going from dirt, and like you said, you did do some motocross stuff. I get it, but a 500 though, a 500. And how did this take place that you looked at and went, oh, I'm gonna go do the vintage race this March, March 9th?
For starters, I'll give a little insight on how I even obtained this KX 500. So in FTR a couple years ago, we made a class called pre-modern. So the only rules has to be at least 20 years old.
Okay.
So I had a 94 CR250 for the longest time. But now, since the bikes change every year because, you know, it's 2021, so now you can ride a 2001.
Right.
I was like, I'm going to get something new. I was supposed to go do an enduro in South Carolina, and then me and a couple buddies were going to North Carolina to mountain bike after, but I broke my hand and my kneecap right before we were supposed to go.
Man.
So I was like, man, I really don't want to go sit in the pasture and watch some of my friends have fun. Let me see what I can find on Facebook Marketplace.
Right.
Scrolling through KX 500 in West Virginia, I was like, perfect. Let me go pick this thing up. And I'll tell you what, man, I think but the day I saw you at 74 last week was probably the best I've ever ridden that thing because I struggled. That was only my 3rd time riding it.
Right.
I struggled the first 2 times, and I was like, man, I don't even know if I like this bike.
Right.
And I was like, let me ride some moto on it. And I was like, oh, I'm going to be in Daytona for the GNCC, which is on Sunday, and then we have an FTR Sprint Enduro, the Alligator, on the Thursday. I was like, I need something to do in between, and that's when I saw the vintage Supercross. I was like, okay, let me try to ride this thing on a motocross track.
Hold on, I have time to breathe. Let me go ahead and throw a race in here.
What am I going to do for 3 days? You know? Can't just hang out.
Right.
So, that's
awesome.
how it all came about.
That is awesome. So the 500, man. Where else have you been riding that thing? You gotta get some seat time. You're gonna take it out to Daytona.
I know. I might have to show up to 74 this weekend on it. Like I said, I rode the 2 hair scrambles we had. The first one, I've never stalled that thing. My leg was so sore from kicking it. And then the second one we had, I rode it a little bit better. I had a little more fun on it. I still wasn't pumped on it. And then I was like, okay, let me let this thing breathe a little bit.
Right,
right. Yeah. So I'll probably ride it 74 a couple more times. I think that's a perfect track for it.
Oh, that's awesome. It's just funny because like I heard you started up and you rode it out. I got a little bit of footage, not enough to put a video together, but because it doesn't sound like the bike, like you're not even cracking the throttle and you're literally over jumping the smaller jumps so easily.
We had a probably 35-foot tabletop at one of our hair scramble events, and I like was gonna roll it and just like gave it a little bit of gas in the face, and I over jumped it. It's terrifying. Every time I rode that thing at 74, I was terrified, and every time I heard the throttle, like it started to get high in the RPMs, I was like, man, I better shift up before this thing takes off on me.
Right. There's so much power now. The only 500 I rode the CR 500, and I'll be honest, dude. Like you get it started and get it rolling, and I'm just like idled. And you can just feel it when the idle grabs. You know what I mean? Like that scared the hell out of me, just that alone. But I cracked it open in it was an open run. It was like a harbor. I was able to run down, but I got to like third gear, and I was clearly way out of my head riding that thing. That thing is so fast.
Well, the biggest thing I had to learn was, since you're lugging it so much, because you don't want the throttle to crack. You don't feel like you're going fast, so then you try to override it. But you don't realize, even though you're not on the gas, you're still going good.
Oh yeah,
you know?
No, that thing's a beast for sure.
Yeah.
So definitely, I gotta
very happy with it. That's for sure, though, man. That was Thursday at 74 was a lot of fun.
Now for the vintage race, do you know they're going to do any major track changes? Are they going to be toning it down? Because I understand they're going to have the older bikes and stuff. So. Because I'm thinking what they've been doing lately for the Supercross stuff, any of the amateur stuff, or the guys that just come in, off the locally and stuff like that. The tracks are still pretty gnarly, so I was just wondering what they were going to do for the vintage racing.
Yeah, so for the Daytona Amateur Day, I know they toned it down quite a bit, and then from what I can tell, because I've been watching a ton of videos, so I can bang some bars with Jeff Stan and those guys. I've been watching a ton of videos, and it seems very, very tame, which is probably very good for.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm on a 98, which really, you can't even call that a vintage bike, but I know there's some guys out there on some old school bikes.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. There's been a couple of them come out to 74. I was pretty impressed that they're still running because of the age of the bike. It's just incredible, and they sound great. So it's like definitely it's a passion sport for sure.
10 to 15 years ago, the vintage class at the FTRs was pretty big, and now it's small, and I can only imagine because it's getting harder and harder to find stuff for those bikes. It's fun though.
It sounds like a good time for sure. But anyway, is there anything else that you want to touch on tonight? I mean, like I said, man, you got so much stuff going on, and then you're throwing more races on top of yourself.
I know. It's too much at this point. Like, I came in, this whole bike week plan of mine it was just a thought at one time, and then everyone's been kind of hyping it up. So I'm doing a 3-hour GNCC at Hogwaller, which is probably the roughest place I've ever ridden in my life. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to walk on Tuesday.
Right.
And then, so then the vintage race, and then we have the FTR Sprint Enduro, which is on Thursday, which would be really cool. And if any moto guys want to check that out, that's probably the most moto-type enduro you'll ever ride.
Now, where's that going to be located at?
That's in Ormond Beach. So
Ormond Beach?
Probably 30 minutes north of the stadium. It's the way the Sprint Enduro works, instead of doing like the 60 miles, 6 tests, like tight woods like a normal enduro is, you have 6 tests, but they're all broken up in between. One or 2 tests is like grass track, so no trees at all. So you can get warmed up on that. Don't have to worry about hitting nothing.
Right.
And then it's shorter. You ride for a long time, but it's shorter stints. Kind of like just doing 6 motos almost.
Oh, okay.
I think it's more like friendly for not hardcore trail riders.
Right. Yeah, that's not me.
Dude, I've seen you shred that YZ before. I think you'd be just fine.
Oh, I don't know.
So you're the fastest guy from Hawaii.
Well, no, that's a fact too. That's just not. But I do love the sport. It doesn't matter. Like I said, being either FTR or the motocross series that we got going here in Florida, you're throwing a leg over a bike, man. You're having a good time and living life for sure. That's
what it's all about. And if you don't mind, man, I'd love to just plug that Florida Trail Riders organization a little bit. It's
Absolutely.
Like I said, we've had moto guys out there a lot this year. It's been growing so much. It's a great time. Everyone is super involved. Even there's so many committee members and members of the organization that are leading the way almost. Like for me in the magazine, I got the chaplain, the FTR president, the business manager. Everyone sends me content. Everyone's super involved. Everyone likes helping everyone. So it's a good time, and I would definitely check it out if you guys are looking maybe to change it up a little bit.
Oh, I don't think there'll be any problem with doing that. Like I said, I know guys that are actually jumping in there, so I think it's very cool. Just like I said, the organization of the whole club itself, the FTR group, and the fact that your turnouts. I mean, the last I heard, you guys are getting close to 1,000 people showing up, whether riders or spectators, and you got the pit bike stuff going on, and it sounds like a really good time, man.
Yeah, I think the one we had on New Year's weekend, we had almost 1,100.
Wow.
Which is a record for FTR.
That's crazy. That's a lot of people wanting to ride some dirt bikes.
That's a lot of people. And then you got to factor in, man, that's just people riding. You got all the families, all the homes.
Oh, so you guys are easily breaking 15. Just family members and everything else coming out.
There's probably 3,000-4,000 people in that conference. There's probably 500 dogs there.
Just dogs alone. Dogs alone.
It's a good time, man. It's like its own little city going out there.
Let me see what we got here. Frankie Spicer. I never did any of that kind of racing. Well, it sounds like you need to check it out, man. Look up FTR. Yeah. How can they get a hold of FTR? As far as getting information.
Yeah, FloridaTrailRiders.org.
FloridaTrailRiders.org. Okay.
There's a ton of information on the website. Where there's frequently asked questions, who to contact, the schedule. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Just message me on Facebook, and I will be more than happy to answer any questions.
There you go, Frankie. Andrew Prosciutto said had a blast at Mondon Hill.
Yeah, that's one we had a lot at Brooksville. That's one of the more unique tracks. It's on an old mining property, so there's actually some hills. Believe it or not, there's some hills out there.
Yeah, no, it's weird to go into Florida and find hills.
Yeah,
legit, It's cool.
It's some fun stuff
going
on out there.
So FTR.org, FloridaTrailRiders.org.
Yep.
All right, awesome, and definitely, guys. I mean, he's got all kinds of stuff going on. Like the Moto Hub, you can follow that. We got it all listed. You can see it right there underneath his name. We got the Moto Hub, Whiskey Throttle Radio. His podcasts are fantastic. He sits down with the guys and really kind of gets some good conversation going. I enjoyed the interview we did together. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad that you're on my show finally. He denies the fact that he didn't want to come on the show because of the camera. He denies it, but I've asked him 3 times. I really don't want to get on camera.
I've lost some weight since the last time you asked me that, so now I'm more comfortable.
Okay.
I look good now.
Well, whatever the case may be.
I don't know about good, but I look okay.
You look fantastic, and I really do appreciate you jumping on the show tonight, man. It's definitely cool having that connection to the FTR, crowd and everything like that. And like I said, all the stuff that you're doing, hopefully. People will, kind of follow you on the Whiskey Throttle Radio and all that too. So the Moto Hub.
Yeah,
once I get information that it's good to sign up, I'll be plugging that like crazy and get everybody in there and maybe leave some Facebook behind.
Hey, maybe.
Or at least spend less time on it.
The Poicast is always welcome.
Right on, man. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it for. Kurt here, definitely check him out. Kurt Lucas, he does the FTR magazine, Moto Hub app, Whiskey Throttle Radio. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Good luck at the Daytona Vintage Racing. Definitely want some updates on that. Maybe I'll pull you on the show after that. You can talk about it, and we'll go from there. Right on, man. I really appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you later.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. Thanks, guys.
Good night.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome.
What's up, guys? My name is Brad. I'm from EVS Sports. I'm the athlete manager for them. I run all the rider support, take care of all our pros, all our amateurs, and come out to ride days like this. We came down to Spider MX. This place is killer. They got 2 tracks, one over here. This is their indoor track. They got an outdoor track over there. Huge turnout today. Yeah, we drove all the way from Wisconsin to get here. So it's exciting to showcase our new TP 199 pad. Everyone was really into that. We had our full line of knee braces down here, chest protectors, everything, our whole line pretty much. So it was good to get everyone involved. Good feedback from everyone, lots of giveaways, and seemed like a lot of happy riders. So I'd say all in all, a good success.
right, guys. Thanks for once again, Kurt Lucas, for joining us tonight. That was pretty awesome having him on the show. Dude's pretty rad. He did drop a link and has opened himself up, guys. If you have any questions about FTR, definitely reach out to him, and he'll be more than happy to help you out. He's got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm glad he had a little bit of time to jump on the show and talk with us tonight. Thanks for joining us. Okay, you know what? I see you're so excited about. You're so excited about this.
Okay.
This is 74 MX raffle drawing. It's one of Ben's favorite things to do in all of his life, aside from weather.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, we'll go ahead and pull that raffle ticket now. We can get ourselves a winner. Free pass out to 74 MX.
I gotta like put it behind my back so they don't think I'm picking one on purpose. You know, no markings. All right. You ready?
All right, I'm ready.
You ready?
Let 'em have
Everybody
it.
ready?
Let's do it.
All right. So, winning ticket for a free pass to 74 MX. It's gonna be 072359.
072359. There you go. That's your
right.
winner for the evening. Thank everybody. Thank you once again for joining the show tonight. Really do appreciate it. Make sure to like, share, follow everything that we do here.
Yep.
We put a lot of work and effort into it, and helping us get the word around is a big help for us. So we would appreciate that assistance. Also, we got to give a big shout out to 74 MX. You can reach them at 941-875-8944. Superior Off-Road Rentals and Service. Call Justice at 239-671-8633. And J&J One Stop Gun Shop. You can reach them at 941-979-5008. Thanks for joining us for Season 1, Episode 2. And have yourself a fantastic week. And we'll see you guys all next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday. Good night, guys.
What's up? I'm Ronnie Renner, and you're watching the Poicast.
This is Jack Sigismundi, and you're watching the Poicast.
Hey guys, it's Marissa Polinchek, and you're watching the Poicast.
Hey guys, this is Justin with Superior Off-Road, and you're watching the Poicast.
Hey, this is Dan with 74 MX, and you're watching the Poicast.
J&J One Stop Gun Shop, and you're watching the Poicast.
Hey, this is Vanilla Ice. You're watching the Poicast.
Hi, this is Andrew with FMG, and you're watching the Poicast.
What's up? I'm Tom Ashley. You're watching the Poicast.
I'm Jeremy Shuttleworth. I'm Jacob Solomon.
The Winston Racing Team, and you're watching the Poicast.